When I talked about foam rolling the other day, I mentioned different types of foam rollers. This is a rumble roller. So as you can see, there's a bunch of little knobs on the roller itself. Okay? So what this does is, it's different than a foam roller because not only does it provide myofascial release, it also allows you to do trigger point therapy. So a trigger point is when you have a knot in some location in your body that results in pain in a different location. So a lot of times when my sciatica goes out, I'll have a trigger point here, but I'll feel it all down my IT band and sometimes even in my peroneus muscle. Okay? So yes, I'll foam roll that whole leg for the myofascial release because as the trigger point tightens, it's causing those fibers to cross over each other, causing that pain. But I can really get a nice deep tissue massage and work out that trigger point using a rumble roller. So last night I was in a lot of pain. I spent a good half hour just focusing on my glute and my piriformis muscle. And so I go a little bit slower in this and really try and dig deep into that trigger point to release that tension. And even though I mostly worked in my glute and piriformis muscle, when I stood up after that 30 minutes, my whole leg felt better, okay? So if you struggle with trigger points or enjoy deep tissue massages, you're gonna wanna consider getting a rumble roller in addition to a foam roller or just instead. Do know the pain is much more intense when you start using a rumble roller because of these little knobby things, okay? And especially a brand new one because it's really, really firm, it hasn't been broken in yet. But it's definitely worth the investment. It's going to save some money on some massage therapy. And again, I actually use my rumble roller on a daily basis. It's done the same way. Besides the fact that you're going to spend some time on those trigger points, you're still going to just roll really slow until you find that point of tension and make these little micro movements. The difference is that sometimes I'll be like, ooh, I'm super close to a knot, but not quite on it. And I'll move my leg or body part a tiny, tiny bit so that I can really dig one of those knobs into that little knot so that not only am I getting the myofascial release, I'm also getting a trigger point release as well. So I hope you guys consider getting some of these and adding them into your lifestyle so that you can continue to live pain-free.